Hey everybody, welcome to Round the Twist Spring Fling Special Edition, the final report. I'm home, obviously. It's Sunday night, very early, Monday morning. I actually took off from Spring Fling, went to the airport a little after 10. Sorry, sliding the coffee closer because I just woke up. Took off from the Sheraton Westport Hotel where we stayed, which is a fabulous hotel, by the way. Can't say. The only thing that could have been better is if we could have had free Wi-Fi in the room. But there's free Wi-Fi in the lobby and down in the business center, so not a big deal. But the beds were fabulous. The pillows were fabulous. I slept great every night. The little bit of sleep that I got. And yeah, service was excellent. So left there about 10 o'clock this morning. My flight was a little bit after noon. That got me to Minneapolis back to here. And it was great. It was just so much fun. Let's see, what had I gone up through? Up through my class with Griffin, the knitting backwards and forwards, which I tried to do on the plane. When I got to the heel flap on my sock, let me tell you, that's not a good place to practice at all. So I let that be. I will probably pick that up at some point just to practice, play with it. You might see me do some more color work. Why am I saying more? You might see me do color work in the near future because of that class. Now that I can go two-handed, although I do need to work, like I said, work on it, practice, get my gauge down a little bit better. Let me see. What else? Wow, I'm not awake yet. Excuse me. Coffee. It's tiramisu tonight, by the way. So yeah, I had an afternoon off on Saturday. Had a fabulous dinner out with Stacy from Tempted Yarns. Actually hung out with her a lot this weekend, with Irish Diva. Oh gosh, I can't remember everyone's rap names. I'm sorry. The Gray Ladies, Stacy's friends, obviously, who are fabulous. Del and Kay. Hi. I miss you ladies already. They were so much fun. So yeah, Friday afternoon was just hanging out and knitting. Saturday afternoon was just hanging out and knitting. That's the one day I didn't actually take a nap in the afternoon, and I was feeling it later. But we had the kind of farewell reception thing later in the evening. We took pictures of the Vesper socks in the afternoon. We had the big group picture that I'm sure you'll all be seeing on Sherry's blog. At the Loopy, I think it's theloopyu.com/Sherry. But there's a link on the Loopyu actually. And I'm sure she'll get that up at some point this week. There were fabulous door prizes, which I won the random drawing from Fleece Artist. It's a skein of, I gotta flip it around a lot to show you because there's a lot of colors in this. It's a skein of lace weight. I'm not sure of the fiber content. I am not sure of the yardage because all I know is the colorway is Saldana. I'm going to have to contact the Fleece Artist people and say, okay, so what content is this? It feels like 100% merino, 2-ply lace weight by the looks of it, but I have no clue for the yardage. But yeah, that's really beautiful, and I can hopefully make something pretty out of it. But there's just all kinds of colors. I mean, there's all this pink and green and yellow and the pale blue, and then it goes into the darker. It's almost like navy. There's some olivey green. There's black. I don't know. I'll have to figure out something fabulous to do with it. And if I can't, I might offer it up for a prize on the blog here. We'll see. We'll see. I'll put it, if that's the case, I'll put up a contest. But we had that. We heard the Loopy song, Spring Fling song, which I'm sure will be up on the internet for everyone to see later. It was based off of It's a Small World, only it's a loopy world. We had cake balls made by Janice's lovely daughter, and they were fabulous. It's like you bake cake and then smush it all up with frosting, roll them into balls, freeze them, and then dip them in chocolate. Yum! So that was yummy. And then a bunch of us ended up staying up in the hotel lobby until about 2 or 2:30. I think the last people straggled out at about 3:30. I was one of the early ones to leave at like 1:30 or so, but like I said before, no nap. I was pooped. So yeah, breakfast in the morning, this morning, Sunday morning, sat with the Gray Ladies and had a fabulous time, and a couple of other people had a really fabulous time. Went to the airport and knit a bunch on my sock. Evidently traveling agrees with me getting knitting done. So this is my Hermione's Everyday pattern. I am calling them my Spring Fling socks since that's where I started them. It is doing a rather large spiral. I decided not to rip, obviously. I got the heel flap done, the heel turned and picked up for the gusset between my 2 flights today. And that's pretty much all the knitting I did. The flight from St. Louis to Minneapolis, I actually didn't knit a whole lot because I was sitting with a fantastic lady. Her name was, I have a business card here, Linda. She gave me her business card. She actually runs a Scandinavian embroidery handicrafts website business. And she's more into, she said, like the cross stitch, the hardanger embroidery, more the stitching, sewing aspect of it. She said she doesn't actually knit or crochet or do any of that. Her mother does, and one of her daughters does as well. So we talked so much about the fiber arts world. It was fabulous. And then across the aisle from us, I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but there was a girl who was crocheting as well. And both the flight attendants for our flight had to come back and see what we all were doing and comment on it. And so that was a lot of fun. Once again, this is going to be short because, man, I'm tired and I've got a lot of catching up to do here at home. It was so much fun. I'd go back in an instant. I had such a fabulous time. But yeah, so I will be trying to get into Spring Fling next year. I really don't have much to tell you because these daily reports, it's like I get nothing done. I have nothing to tell you. But I will see you guys again on Wednesday, hopefully with more knitting, although I have to work the next 2 nights, so I don't know how much knitting exactly I'll get done. But we'll be back to a more normal format, back to the normal episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed the updates at Spring Fling. I'm sorry I didn't get people in here to talk with me. I didn't even get a chance. I was going to sit down with Leslie and Laura and either on their show or on mine, and we just never got to it. But it was a fabulous time. I had so much fun, and I will see you guys Wednesday. Happy knitting.